This is Lightly Used with Adam and Karen.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Lightly Spooked with Karen and Adam. No, only joking. Welcome to episode 31 of Lightly Used with me, Karen.
Hello, I'm Adam.
And that is definitely Adam. We've been on a little bit of a break from recording. I've been busy. What have you been doing?
No, you've actually done stuff. I still haven't got round to doing the stuff I took the time off for because I've been busy doing just general faffing. So I still
and looking after my cat.
Still haven't had time to do what I wanted to do. So no, go on. You've been gunting.
I have been gunting.
Yes.
The ghost hunt. Now, I have wanted to go on a proper ghost hunt. I had such an amazing time.
Do we have to call it Paul and Sanya's Ghunt officially?
We do have to call it Paul and Sanya's.
Not just any old Ghunt.
Ghunt/ghost hunt. No, not just any old Ghunt. You are quite correct. It was brilliant. So I travelled from Swansea via the train on Friday morning. Got to Hitchin Friday afternoon in time to tour around the town to look at how many charity shops they've got, but not actually to go in them because they were closed by that point, unfortunately. Hitchin is a really lovely little town. I think it is a hidden gem for tat hunting. And I know that Cliff will agree with me because he, I think, said pretty much the same thing on social media after he'd got home. He's like, who knew? So if you're into
the amazing Cliff.
The amazing Cliff.
Off of YouTube.
Yes, off of, and the Twitch as well. I think he's more the Twitch than the Tube.
Oh, I'm not cool enough to know that.
Yeah, I don't really do Twitch either.
You're aware of it at least.
Yeah, true.
I think, is it to do with gaming?
I don't know if that might have been why it was originally set up.
How
but
do you
then it sort of like
kids?
became like a YouTube live sort of space.
Okay.
I think it works similar to that, and you can go back and watch stuff. Anyway, Hitchin, great little town, loved it. Met up with everyone for drinks Saturday afternoon. There were about 25 of us in the end. None of us were drunk. We were under strict instructions to not be under the influence of anything because obviously we were being part of the filming of, we were guests on a film set basically. Went to the Museum of Schools, Hitchin, is where we did the ghost hunt. Paul and Sanja Rose, the wonderful, wonderful creatives that they are, set it all up. And some people who support them on Patreon were invited to go along. And we all did our own little ghost hunt as well as some of us being casually involved in theirs on and off camera. Really, really good fun. I've not laughed like that in quite a while. I mean, I know everyone hears me laugh all the time and I really have fun doing this podcast and that genuinely gives me joy. But I have an entire weekend like rammed with pure joy, end to end, non-stop. It was just brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah, I feel really special. Paul Rose, Mr. Biffo, knew my name, which I was not expecting and I was genuinely shocked by, but hugely appreciated. And he, in fairness, knew everybody's names that were there, whether he'd met them in person before or not. As did Sanja, I think.
Good effort.
Yeah,
I'm terrible
really
with
good
names.
effort. And they're so lovely. They're such nice people. They were knackered. They'd been through the ringer that week and it was a late filming. But they were marvellous hosts. I really enjoyed it. I feel really grateful to have been. I didn't personally catch any ghosts.
The jam jar didn't work?
I don't think so. However, what I will say is that potentially one of the jam jars went home with Leighton. So if he has any freaky stuff happen at home, I can't be held responsible because I did give him a warning. I did say.
Well, he chose. He didn't just secret the jam jar.
No, I didn't squirrel it away in his belongings or anything like that. No, I offered him the jar. And he took it in full knowledge of the fact that it had been in a haunted environment all night. Haven't heard that he's got a poltergeist or anything, so I assume the jar was unsuccessful.
You did some recordings when you were there.
I did.
We've run them through the spectrogram.
We have.
No really spooky things that we could see. Though, There was a weird whistling sound in some bits, but we think it might have just been a bit of feedback from the handheld microphone or how it was being handled at the time.
Yeah, just my lack of professionalism in being able to hold on to a piece of equipment and not faff with it whilst using it at the same time. I should just put them down on a solid surface.
But we've got VR recording here if you want. Should we
Note
play?
for future self. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is Karen, solo.
What room were you in?
Solo
The
session.
World War One, World War Two
in
bunker.
the World War Two,
World
War One bunker area.
See?
Here on my own, obviously, because I said it was a solo session.
Not have been on your
I
own.
have a glow stick with me, and I will admit that I've got my
It's like a rave glow stick.
the foot and the handle of
yeah, like
glow
one of the
crack
big
ones.
ones.
not
and you
enough
shake
to
it.
really emit
Yeah.
any
Oh, cool.
useful amount of light, only enough for it to be useful to identify where it is.
Was it a big room?
Sat under the archway. So I'm going to ask.
I would
Sounds a decent
say
size.
the ceiling is easily twice as high as this room, and the floor space is probably double as well. Quite a big room. A few people down there.
There's
Chatter
two
going
silver things on the top. Those are microphones. But you might not actually know what one of those is contemporaneously, because you might not have had microphones about when you were actually alive. But anyway, if you want
It's a fair
to-
question.
Yeah.
No fair point to
Say
make,
hello.
sorry.
And I got to use the word contemporaneously at like 1 o'clock in the morning, as if my brain was working that well.
Karen.
Good word.
I've come here with a group of friends tonight, as you will have seen. Would you like to tell me your name?
Deathly silence.
I wasn't going to spoil it for listeners by talking.
Were you perhaps a pupil at this school? Or maybe you were staff? Did you have a favourite activity that you liked to do when you were at school, whether you came here as a student or whether you were a teacher here? And have you ever been through the tunnel under the stairs to get to the main schoolhouse? We can't actually get through there at the moment because it's blocked. Is there anything that you would like to tell me about yourself that you would like to share?
The temptation to fill the empty gaps is so strong.
Was there any sort of spooky experiences there? Was there any sort of temperature changes or anything like that?
Just heard some noises from outside then that sounded like someone going, "Whoa, whoa." So I will make a comment on that. If this did pick it up, that's not paranormal. That is other members of the group. They're in different areas. Everyone's doing kind of solo missions at the moment.
I didn't really have any personal experiences, apart from one small comment that I'll probably say.
Did you come down here when it was an active air raid shelter?
Did appreciate your self-debunking. That was some good science.
Yeah. Gotta be done.
Was there
If you did come
oh,
here when
timed
it
that
was being
poorly.
used as an air raid shelter, how many people used to have to stay in here until it was safe to come back out again?
I sound really patronising talking to ghosts.
You essentially are just in a room talking to yourself, so you're going to be aware of
Last but
that.
Not least.
Definite element.
Excuse me. Just have a little huffle.
You're very polite to the potential ghosts.
Is there space?
Did you know
Just to be on the safe side.
that when you were at school, when you were alive at school? Oh, something just tickled my ankle then.
That's the most haunted thing
Did
that
you
happened
know
to me.
when you were at school as a student
Something
that your
tickled my
school was
ankle.
built on top of what we think was a plague pit graveyard?
Small kids are called ankle biters.
Didn't feel like a bite.
Yeah.
Definitely felt like a tickle. Could have been a spider. But I was wearing
Did
trousers.
you ever think that the school was possibly haunted when you were here as a student or as a teacher? Okay. Well, thank you very much for talking to me or trying to speak to me if you have. I didn't hear anything with my own ears, but hopefully if you have said anything, this little machine in my hand will let me know. So thank you very much, and I think someone else will be down here to see you in a little while. Okay, thank you.
Very polite to the ghosts.
Well, I'm not going to walk into someone's house, shit on their doorstep,
There's a school.
rile up their kid, and then be like, "Oh, come on then, have a go, think you're old enough." I'm not in it for any of that nonsense.
You're afraid they'd follow you home, or
No comment.
Just winding up the ghosts. More chance it'll be a spooking or a haunting.
True.
And also, they're stuck there. Well, whoever comes visiting next,
Very
they'll
true.
be angry with them.
I mean, in fairness, Cliff the Amazing, brackets, close brackets, he did receive quite a bit of, activity, I guess, or interaction on some of his, little group sessions that he was doing. They had, not REM pods, EMF meters going off. They had a spirit box, which is fast sweeping radio. Sweeps through AM, FM frequencies really quickly.
yeah.
It doesn't settle on any stations. So it just provides a white noise for, in inverted commas, spirits to use.
So you'll just hear random snippets of different stations and bursts of
so
static.
as it sweeps past stations, it'll pick up parts of words, bits of music, but it never settles on it for more than, I don't know, half a second, probably even less, to be honest. I think everybody had a really good time. Leighton got scared towards the end of the night, which is very funny. A doll decided to adjust its seating position within his earshot/eye shot in the dark whilst he was panning his camera around the room. So we've all had a good giggle at his expense. So if you sort of imagine one arm was 90-degree bent hand upwards and the other arm was behind the back, dropped down to the doll's side. I think the whole arm dropped,
with
actually.
quite a loud creak.
It was quite a thunk, and Leighton did a spin and a fuck. And that's on the end of the video that's on YouTube on the Paul and Sanja channel.
We'll be putting a link to the video on the channel on the blog, lightlyused.co.uk. And thank you very, very much for being very kind to all the guests that came along.
Yes.
They've all said nice things from the people that we've been aware of.
We have
parasocially.
We've been continuing to say nice things about one another all this week via WhatsApp. It's been lovely. Thank you very much for the shout out / promotion in the description of the video of the ghost hunt from Paul and Sanja. It's really kind of you.
On-screen credit for Lightly Used.
Yes, my on-screen credit.
Lower third.
It was my 3 seconds of fame, and you know what, all of us have said this week, none of us like seeing our own selves on camera, so the fact that it was quite a short clip was sort of a relief for me. I've not felt the drama of it as much as other people have, but yeah, so much fun. I've wanted to do a ghost hunt for a really long time. I got to do a really cool ghost hunt with really cool people in a really cool place, and it was just fucking brilliant, so thank you.
The terrible Bibliotat from episode 29. This has been a little bit of a while coming. Charlie Croker.
Oh no.
He has got a bunch more books.
Has he really?
Yeah, I found out when I was doing the
Probably a
blog
waste
for the
of time,
episode. They're all profession joke book. So, sort of vets, doctors, lawyers, nurses, plumber, electricians, roofer, bus driver.
Oh, I see.
There's more. A lot of them have the same clip art character holding something over the shoulder.
Right.
Or maybe they've inverted it so it looks like he's holding it on the other shoulder. Yeah. It's the laziest, shittiest series of books.
Just
Sadly.
the same jokes on every page, just with the profession change.
I did not even read a sample page
Doctor,
of them.
doctor, dentist, dentist, nurse, nurse, vet, vet.
It would not surprise me. Even if their jokes don't work for the profession,
Yeah.
So looking down in the mouth. What? No, that's a dentist fucking joke. No, how's that for a window cleaner? Oh, sorry, I've just noticed I'm moving around at me. In front of me, I've still got shitloads of Hot Wheels.
Yeah, you have.
The reason for it was we went to Poundland. They were in a huge mess in Aldi, and we got ones that we wanted.
Yes.
I found out why they're in such a mess.
Oh.
There are Treasure Hunt and Super Treasure Hunt Hot Wheels, so I'm really, really behind the curve. This is nothing new at all.
Okay.
To anyone who actually collects cars or has any passing interest, I guess, in Hot Wheels. They go,
Yeah.
What, you're finding out about this now? 2025? Yes, I am.
I was this years old.
There's a limited number of them every year in the series that they'll have really, really nice paintwork, and there'll be a bit of extra detailing, some extra chrome, or you'll have the nice wheels and stuff in there. Those are the ones to look out for. There's, I think, a little flame logo somewhere on the packaging.
Oh, right.
For the Treasure Hunt, and also a little flame on there. And I can't remember what the Super Treasure Hunt one is, but yeah, there are little extra motifs and graphics.
That's cool.
On the box and on the vehicle.
Oh, yeah, I did not know about that thing either.
So
we've all learned a thing.
I'm going to have to look for some now.
just
to see. Oh, I found one.
Do we know anyone that works in Poundland or Aldi?
Mattel? Oh, sorry.
Or Mattel. Yeah, even better.
Send us a box if you can. We have a rummage. And so any ones that we don't want, we'll happily give away to listeners. Yeah. We'll work out some sort of competition.
We'll donate them something, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll set up a Patreon just for that.
Oh, also, whilst we've been away, what I've been watching, Tom has already done Land Before Prime for Superman. I saw it about a week or so ago. On the whole, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to do a full review of it. But my only criticisms, too much of the dog and too many jokes. Worth a watch, 5 bags of popcorn.
Fair enough. Out of how many?
5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5 is the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Just checking.
5.
In case it was a weird scoring system like 2 to 6 or something.
Who would do something like that?
No idea. Why would anyone complicate their lives?
It's 5 bags of popcorn, and then you can add extra little things like
plus a kernel,
an extra 5 bags of popcorn, or it's not my scoring system.
5
I'm just adopting
popcorn
it.
And a can of Pepsi Max.
I'm just ripping off on Cinema. Also, Alien Earth. I'm mostly enjoying that. Some interesting premises brought up, some pretty good performances. Some new creatures, and you could tell straight away, oh, that's their favourite. Right. And sure enough, as the show's gone on, that's their favourite little monster thing they've made. Yeah, it's super fucking obvious. Yeah. They've definitely had their favourite from the start.
What are is there any practical effects? What are they like? Thoughts?
So far, I think all the monsters have been completely CG, or maybe there's been some pulling some obstacles out the way in camera effects.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's been anyone in a rubber suit or anything yet, or I don't think anything's actually been puppeted too much.
CGI.
Or if they have, I think they've gone over it with CG, so I think most of it is digital.
Fair enough.
But it's too early in the show for me to decide if there's too many new aliens, and if they should have just stuck with a xenomorph. I do not care for the kind of theme song it's got.
Oh, really? Is it a bit like when Star Trek did all those great theme tunes and then Star Trek Enterprise came out and it went, it's been a long road.
Oh, no, it's just some sort of instrumental sounds and then there's a weird synth stab and whispering that comes in.
Oh.
For me, it doesn't fit, but 5 bags.
Fair enough. Are the bags full?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Full of new aliens. I won't spoil which ones. Oh, nearly did. Timothy Oliphant is great in it, though.
Oh, well, that's good.
And no, I was going to say something, but I might spoil it.
For me or for other people?
Anyone who's kind of interested but hasn't watched.
I was going to say, because if it's just for me, I'll forget. But if you think it'll bother other people, then don't say it.
No, I don't want to spoil it.
Anything else? Caught up on Strange New Worlds?
Oh, yes, we did. We've got 1 episode left, I think, in the entire... in the season.
Okay. So we've watched episode 1 through 9. Yeah, so we just went for 10. End of episode 9. I'm not going to say what happened. But
I said that was going to happen as a joke, and it absolutely did.
And I nearly flew off the sofa in disbelief. That's all I will say. I was
They
like,
shouldn't have done that. That was so stupid.
oh my God. So I'm interested to see where that will go. Inevitably go somewhere, because most people who are aware of the Star Trek universe know of the original series. So maybe it won't be a shock what happens next season.
Was that the mysterious person that appeared at the end? Is that from the original series? Or
I don't know about the shiny person.
no, me neither.
Made me think of the
Didn't
Time
seem
Walker,
familiar.
the Time Walker people that Will Wheaton goes off with.
Yeah, but it wasn't one of those.
No, it wasn't one of those. But it made me think of the first guy in Next Generation because of the colour of the skin.
It was Will Wheaton soon to
I know you did, and I thought the same myself.
I was disappointed it wasn't.
Yeah, so I will say that is the most engaged I've been with this season of Strange New Worlds. And I'm really sad it's taken 9 episodes for me to feel invested in it. I've watched it happily, but now I'm like, what?
Oh, and some very interesting developments with Captain Pike's hair. I know TJ will be very interested to hear
Yes,
that.
I'm intrigued to know Rob and TJ's opinion on the change of hairdo.
We think that the current hair is a 3-step process.
Minimum.
A bit like we're looking at it from the view of how Trump's hair works in literally the weave. We've seen it from a couple of angles in this series, but then later episodes, JD from Scrubs, I'm going to leave it at that. If you've seen that episode of how he moose.
Oh dear me, love a bit of cultural humour that places everyone in a specific time period.
The noughties.
The noughties.
That's where my point of pop culture kind of stopped.
Yeah, 90s and noughties. Anything like after like ladette humour is where my sense of culture ends. I didn't mature past ladette stage, I don't think.
That would be about late 90s then.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be... How big a figure was Zoe Balty and Sarah Cox, if it's ladette culture?
Yeah, pretty big.
Girlie Show?
No?
Channel... You did watch the Girlie Show on Channel 4?
I don't think so.
It was around TFI Friday sort of
I didn't
era.
watch any of the... I know.
Oh, you missed out. I don't think it stood the test of time at all.
Do you know what? I'll tell you a little secret now as to why I never watched any of the cool TV when I was a teenager.
You were out doing cool things. Oh.
It's because my older sister was really into them and everything else that was really cool. And I was very determined not to be my big sister.
Fair enough.
In an effort to not be my big sister, I avoided all the cool shit and became like a gothy, greeby, grungy kid that no one understood.
Doing your own thing, that's cool in its own right.
Yeah. I refused to follow suit. I am not a shepherd, nor am I a sheep. I am just someone that watches from afar and decides which way they want to go in their own time.
You know what we might do? We might take a break for a little bit. I'm going to see if we can find an episode of The Girlie Show.
And then come back and comment on it.
Yeah.
Karen reacts to The Girlie Show.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Because that would have been the 90s. So 95, I think.
I'd have been in Telford.
95, 2005. Was the third. Depressing.
Yes, I know. Isn't it funny when you realise how old you are?
I was going to talk anyway about getting old. Surprise. As a warning to anyone in their 20s now, you will have additional hair around your ears, coming out your nose, and weird places in your ears that you're not going to expect. And it's all...
Potentially one right in the middle of your eyebrows.
Your monobrow will come in, you have to tend that. Your eyebrows will become unbelievably bushy. I've got to sort these out as well at some point.
They're not that bad at the moment.
Yeah, I know, but I've got to keep an eye on them. Your hair will go grey in the most unexpected pattern. You won't know where it'll start. Could be the pubes. Could be somewhere on your chest.
Absolutely no reason for it.
Could be somewhere in your beard, and it won't be symmetrical. Trust me on this, it won't be. That's my main gripe. I'm happy for it to go, Grape. Oh, you look like a twat now.
You're
just
evenly.
a bit off. Yeah, at least
Jackson's the same.
Do me the courtesy.
Jackson's the same. One of his chops is slightly more silver than the other, and it really bugs him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same for being a woman. You find like 2-inch long hairs randomly that you never knew were there. I found one growing out of my ear the other day, and not like the inside of my ear, the outside of my ear.
How is that root that deep and without me noticing?
I don't know. How does
that should
something
be growing
get
out
to
the other
2
side?
inches long?
Yeah.
Like, how?
Oh, phrasing.
You know, they come out of your chin if you haven't already suffered with that. Again, you go grey in weird ways. Grey hair is a very different texture to
wiry.
standard hair. And also for a woman, when you hit perimenopause, your hair can change texture again. So if you've already started going grey and you've gotten used to the new wave in the hair or whatever, once those hormones start changing, your hair will grow in an entirely different way.
Does that dye differently as well then? With
I
the
think it
different texture?
does, yeah. Naturally grey hair, because it's coarser, holds colour for longer.
Oh, that's a benefit.
I recommend using purple shampoo if you've got blonde or natural highlights / grey hair and you want to accentuate those. That'll like counteract any yellow balancing. What else? Your fingernails get a bit thicker sometimes or a bit thinner. Your elbows tend to go really dry.
Oh, yeah, I've got that as well as a bloke.
Yeah, I need to moisturise my elbows. I meant to do it this afternoon. I forgot.
Oh, also, yeah, if you're in your 20s, moisturise.
Yes.
Had somebody had told me that.
I wish someone had told me that
Also,
in my
don't
20s
smoke.
as well. Don't smoke. Do moisturise.
It's not big or clever.
You're never too young
It
to
does
moisturise.
kind of look cool, though.
And a good retinol serum will be excellent overnight healing for anyone who still gets skin breakouts as they get older.
Oh, hey, kids. Extra aches and pains you've got to look out for as well.
Fuck me, yeah.
Hey.
You wake up at 40 years old, it doesn't matter what part of you move, another part will object.
Oh, and several times you'll wake up. Yeah, even in your 40s. Say goodbye to 1p and you're done before bed.
Yeah, I remember
3Ps.
I remember when I could sleep for like 12 hours straight and not be woken up by bladder requirements. I haven't even had children, so I can't put it down to a pelvic floor issue.
Me neither.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Well, no, I'm not sorry about that. So yeah, get ready to have an empty pint glass next to your bed. Just don't leave it on your bedside cabinet and mistake it for a glass of water.
Waking up every morning, I've got a bad neck. No matter how I've gone to sleep somehow, I've woken up with a bad neck. Both sides somehow. Actually, in fact, this morning, both shoulders. I must have got a bad neck and shoulder when I'd
gone on the other side.
Gone on the other side. And then exactly the same. So both sides fucked up in the morning, and it's lasted all day.
Yeah.
I've had a bad side for a couple of years.
Yeah, energy levels plummet.
Yeah.
You know, you don't, although good things about turning 40, you don't give as much of a fuck.
That is true.
You really, really don't. And I have no idea what it is that switches chemically in you. So, you know, the not giving a fuck is really good.
One thing, you say not giving a fuck. I kind of do because it's just a bit embarrassing. You get to do the dad poo smell. I guess not you personally.
Oh, right.
But blokes. You'll know what I mean. Or if anyone's gone into the toilet after your dad as a kid and go, oh, that fucking stinks.
Dads have a certain smell about them.
That will happen to you. I don't know what is, something with your metabolism, I guess, but usually it's one of those things you don't notice your own leavings, or you can tolerate your own smell.
Own leavings. We'll stay posh.
I've done such a stinky shit, I've remarked. That to sort of open windows, spray it. That I've reached the dad shit smell. There goes the poshness then. No, I'm counteracting it now. I've disgusted myself with the stank.
Oh, brilliant. That's funny.
And it'll happen to you too.
Yay!
Also, as a bloke, as a non-religious fella, I'm a foreskin owner-operator.
Of intactness, yes.
That will, at random, change shape. It'll stick different ways. It'll be a different length sometimes. So good luck peeing. It is a crapshoot.
Literally sit down.
How you're used to it coming out, it's like using a funnel, but with every now and again someone will be either dremeling it or they'll snap an end off a different way so it's got a jaggedy bit or something like that. But it's a shape differently every time. So sometimes it'll cut in 2 different directions at once. It'll seem to take a right angle in midair. It can go sideways, up, down, towards you. I've pissed on my own leg somehow. It's gone away from me and back. I do not know.
Towards you, then I literally imagined it coming up and arching back towards you, not going down your leg.
Even at a wide stance to kind of, I'm prepared. I don't know which way. I will try and counteract this. No, don't know. Or it's like scrolling through one of those random settings on the hose pipe with the different nozzles. Cone, spray, fan, jet. Who knows?
What you need is it
Circumcision?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it could be arranged. You could have a.
No, I'm
you could have
happy
a
with
Prince
just washing
Albert
it. I'm good.
What you could do
I quite enjoy it.
is invent a Hiwi. So, you know a Shiwi? Are you aware of
Yes.
the thing called a Shiwi?
Yeah,
so a
for concerts and
Shiwi
stuff.
is a funnel that a lady puts against her bits and bobs when she's out camping.
Now he's being posh.
And urinates out of one's extension onto a bush of some variety. You could create like a soft silicone funnel that goes over the end of the penis.
That sounds like misusing a flashlight.
And it's just got like a little tube on the end so that when you pee, it automatically just goes out of the little tube funnel. And then at the end of the day, you take it off, you stick it in the microwave to wash it, and then put it back on in the morning.
Stick it in the microwave to wash it.
Yeah, obviously you scrub it, but to sterilise it, you stick it in the microwave.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what ladies do with their moon cups.
Oh.
You know what a moon cup is?
Yeah.
Okay.
The clue's the name,
It's
monthly.
basically just what I described, but with a hole in the bottom of the stem. And instead of catching things and holding them in place, it allows it to flow
Released.
freely as one requires.
Oh, I think I'll just sit down.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, that's something for you to look out for, guys.
Patent pending.
Enjoy.
Hiwi.
Oh, fuck, Art's going to steal that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we can't say anything in this bloody show.
Oh, bollocks.
But moving on, because we've done quite a bit already on the show.
Yeah, considering this was like unprepared, brief, let's chat shit for half an hour.
I'm just going to skip straight to a bit of Bibliotat based on
Okay.
something that you've told me. Let me grab this.
Ooh.
Now, my book for Bibliotat, something you've reminded me of, explaining the shiwi and the hiwi.
Oh, right, okay.
Wagstaffe, The Wind-Up Boy, by Jan Needle. This is a book my nana bought me as a kid.
Right.
I was probably maybe just a couple of years maybe too young for its intended audience.
Oh, okay.
I think it's maybe aimed at maybe 13 to 15-year-old. I was maybe 9 or 10.
Okay.
The back of the book. This is the story of a boy called Wagstaffe. A scruffy boy. A dirty boy. An idle little swine. He's awful. So awful, in fact, that one day his mother and father run away from home.
Fuck, your nan loved you.
Wagstaffe, being normal, decides to have a lot of fun. Unfortunately, one of his first games is on the hard shoulder of the motorway from Hull to Liverpool.
Oh, fuck.
In a few seconds, he's met the accident. Wagstaffe isn't normal anymore. But with the help of a good doctor, he can still have great adventures. Because of what he learns about his parents, he has to.
Oh, my God.
So,
that
yeah,
sounds really
Wagstaffe
dark.
is a cunt. He's an absolute little fucking shit. But also, his parents are shit to
Right,
him.
okay. Poor kid's generational trauma sufferer.
Yeah, pretty much. His mother was 24. She had strong views about babies. She didn't like them. This meant for the first 6 years of his life, Wagstaffe never saw his mother except when she changed him. Once she changed him for a new sideboard, but the police made her take it back.
Oh, fuck.
The book breaks the fourth wall a few times by addressing the reader directly and acknowledging that they're reading a book.
Okay, that's probably good.
One day, Wagstaffe comes down, find the house is absolutely empty, no parents, except for a note. Dear Wagstaffe, you're so horrible that we've run away together for a better life. You'll never ever see us again. Your loving parents, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. P.S. Don't forget to clean the lavatory. It's Tuesday.
Wow.
So he checks round the house to make sure his parents have actually gone. Then also says a bit about his early life.
Right.
And how horrible his parents were to him and calling him names.
Charming.
The first name they called Wagstaffe was the unfairest of the lot. They called him Smelly Bum. The reason it was unfair was not because it was a lie, because it wasn't. His bum did smell. Wagstaffe rather liked it and used to go under the covers to be with it at night. But other people found it nasty. The reason this was unfair was because Wagstaffe was not allowed to use the bathroom, so it's pretty obvious his bum was going to smell. Everything about him smelt. The reason he wasn't allowed to use the bathroom was simple. His mum had been brought up proper. Wagstaffe was dirty. The bathroom was clean. If Wagstaffe used the bathroom, he would become clean, maybe, and the bathroom would get dirty. His mum knew what she wanted most. A clean bathroom. The reason Wagstaffe was dirty in the first place was even simpler. As he never let fly as a baby until his nappy had been taken off, his mum spent more time cleaning herself on the sofa than she did cleaning him. By the time she got round to it, he was too dirty to be taken to the bathroom. The reason Wagstaffe had forgotten to look in the bathroom when he was searching the house in Chapter 3 was because he'd forgotten there was one. But I'll tell you now, they weren't in there. They'd gone. Have you noticed something about this chapter? All but 7 of the paragraphs start with the word the, and all but 9 with the phrase the reason. This means that it's literature. Ask your teacher. Now, let's have some more rude names.
Oh my God. This is a child story.
Yeah.
This is incredibly disturbing.
The more disturbing bit is in Chapter 11, the accident.
Oh, fuck.
If you're reading this in class, which I very much doubt, you better tell the teacher to leave the room now. If you're reading this in bed, call your mother or father, or the doctor or the vet. You'll need a bucket and a box of tissues at least. Because here, Wagstaffe's tale turns nasty. Simple, really. After letting off 11 stink bombs in the library, throwing 2 eggs at policemen on point duty, and making disgusting noises through the letterbox in an extremely expensive cafe where old ladies in furs were drinking morning coffee, Wagstaffe got bored. He couldn't think of any more mayhem to do, so he decided to play on the motorway. You don't need me or a plumber to tell you how silly that was, do you? Later on, if he lives, Wagstaffe will tell you himself. But for now, close your eyes if you get sick easily and read on. Here is the mighty M62 stretching from Hull to Liverpool. Here's Tandle Hill near Oldham. Here's Wagstaffe running down the hill, across the streams, over the farm tracks. Here he is climbing the fence and jumping onto the hard shoulder. Half a mile away, here comes a lorry. It's a nice lorry, a Mercedes 1632 with 18 tons of fish meal on its trailer. It's doing exactly 60 miles per hour, which means that in half a minute, it'll reach the spot where Wagstaffe is standing. And what is Wagstaffe doing? Believe it or not, he's fitting an egg into his catapult. He's pulling it back on the rubber, he's aiming it at the windscreen of the lorry, and he's letting go. Whee! Goes the egg, right onto the windscreen, then splat! Inside the cab, the lorry driver cannot see much except Wagstaffe, standing there like an idiot, laughing fit to burst. Fishmeal's nasty stuff. The driver is not happy. He turns the wheel with a grunt, then turns it back again. Whee! Goes the trailer, right under the hard shoulder. Then, splat! Wagstaffe, much to his surprise, is flattened right across the middle by a big double-tired wheel. His breakfast pops out of his mouth, and his stomach pops out of his trouser legs. There's blood and guts all over the place. The driver looks into the near side mirror and watches Wagstaffe twitching in the hard shoulder. He seems to be waving. The driver smiles. He'll not do that again in a hurry, he says. He switches on the washers to clean the egg off the windshield. Wagstaffe, blowing pretty pink bubbles with his lips and nostrils, says, "That's not fair. You're bigger than me." And there's a picture of him getting squashed. So eventually some people call, the muck carts come to scrape him off the road. Turns out, somehow, there's some nerves still working. He's still alive. The ambulance driver doesn't like the doctor on duty. So instead of sending him around to the morgue, offloads him on the doctor, who he wanted to be a mechanic, makes him into a wind-up boy.
Oh, God.
Because he's now essentially spring-powered and battery-powered, he can run faster, jump higher. Also, he's still a twat.
You do realise you've probably got PTSD from reading that book as a child, right?
It's not a kid's book. It's not real.
Like...
But anyway...
I am genuinely flabbergasted that something like that exists.
But what earlier reminded me, when he's put back together, he's got a tray for his stomach so he can eat as much as he likes. Just, there we go, we'll just empty that into a bin, carry on eating as much as he likes. But also, part of it is specified the doctor gives him 2 cocks. So it's the usual one, but also he can use the end of his finger as a cock, and he ends up peeing out of a car window. And that made me giggle so much when I was reading it. God. And that's why Nan asked me what I was reading. And started investigating the book. I'll have to maybe read through some of the books before I buy them for you.
Oh my God. Nice one, Nan. Wow. I am genuinely disturbed by that.
His parents have joined the circus, and they've been taken advantage of by their manager, who's making them do more and more death-defying and stupid stunts. They've gone over the Niagara Falls a couple of times in more lethal sort of ways. He's trying to cash in on the insurance policy. He hasn't paid them for any of the money they've got from the crowds that have come to the shows. But Wagstaffe decide they're going to die. I suppose I'd better save them. And they're not grateful that he rescues them at all.
Oh my God, of course they're not.
You spoiled our show.
Fine, fucking jump.
Yeah.
Fuck. That is harrowing. I might be having the reaction that I am rather than finding this funny, because I finished an audiobook last week called Girl A, and it is about a woman who survives really abusive parents. And they don't so much like run away and abandon them, but they're chained up in their bedrooms, they're not fed and things like that.
Fucking keep it light.
I know, yeah. So that is potentially why I'm not finding your children's book amusing. But that would genuinely have upset me as a child. I would not have found that funny. Oh. I'm obviously very sensitive. I'm sure it's hilarious. I'm sure there's plenty of people going, "Oh my God, Karen, you're such a drama queen."
No, they could be having the exact same reactions. You go,
and you do have PTSD.
What were you reading?
You just don't realise. That's why it's so funny to you.
Thanks, Dan.
Our grandparents, they sure know best.
Right, should we call it an episode?
I think we can, actually. We'll get back to you with Girls Club or whatever it was called.
What?
The Girls TV or whatever with Sarah Cox. And...
Oh, crap, I forgot we were going to do that, yeah. Let's have a break and come back and round up with that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Okay, so we have watched a snippet or a segment of The Girlie Show.
Yeah.
Man, it wasn't as fun as I remember.
Yeah, I can confirm I definitely do not recall it in any way, shape or form.
I don't remember that era of the show where it was just 2 hosts. I remember there being 3 or 4 hosts. And I'm sure Claudia Winkleman was one of the hosts. Turns out I might be wildly misremembering that.
Mandala affecting yourself.
I definitely watched The Girlie Show. The one we watched, there was a very unusual topic of footballers taking male models' jobs.
Yes.
The pressing issue of the day.
It clearly was a very pressing issue. And there's also clearly a difference between modelling on a catwalk to posing for a photo, because when they were told to model, in inverted commas, they had no idea what to do with themselves. They just sort of like did like 3-step shuffle
and looked at
turnaround
each other a bit confused.
Yeah, one guy took his jacket off and went to tie it around his waist and then changed his mind.
I think that's only because the voiceover lady, who possibly is the same one from Eurotrash, I think that must have been piping out to the studio because that seemed to be...
Like a prompt.
Why he took his jacket off.
You could be right,
Could be like Mitch and Live and Kicking.
Yeah, didn't think about that. Yeah, it's probably a good point. Very of the era. It wasn't fun, I'm sorry.
I either misremembered it wildly or we were watching the tail end and...
The dying embers of
90s ladies telly.
Yeah, oh God, it's so cringe. And then, like, Sarah Cox getting that guy to fist a rubber chicken.
Well, he was demonstrating a previous job technique of removing
she
giblets.
was asking him to fist a rubber chicken.
Just to
She
give
wanted
listeners
to see
context.
his fisting technique.
They did seem a little bit flirty. Not as bad as Paulie Yates on The Big Breakfast flirty. But they did seem to be a little bit taken with the footballers.
Well, you know, footballers and all that, they earn a lot of money. Anyway, won't need to watch any more of that. Thank you for the experience.
Did not hold up.
No,
Not at all.
Not well at all.
Thank you very, very much for listening. We'll be back in another month. In the meantime, don't forget to check out our fellow Studio Channel 84 shows. There is the Variety Show, the Untitled Sci-Fi Show, Who Takes the Socks Off, The Land Before Prime, and Super A to Z. Find us all at channel84.co.uk or shortcut to our bit of the website, lightlyused.co.uk. I will try and find a link to Wagstaffe the Wind-Up Boy on the Internet Archive. I don't want to crack the spine to scan it. It won't survive. It's too old a book.
It'll disintegrate.
I didn't say when that was from either. 1987, the original one, and it was reprinted 1989.
Okay.
So I would have been 8 when this was new. So don't think my nana got it new, so I think I would have been 9, maybe 10.
Nice one, Nan.
Thanks for the wildly inappropriate book for my age.
Oh well, at least it wasn't How to Have Safe Sex. Although that might have been less disturbing.
Is that a ladybird book? Not a pop-up one, surely.
Oh God.
Adam and Karen have been lightly used. Visit lightlyused.co.uk for more. To get in touch, email pod@lightlyused.co.uk.
Well, it did seem to be giving a dubious salute and then stopped.
The doll, yes. Not Leighton.
Oh, yeah, to be clear.
Yeah.
There was a creak and its armour
dropped. It was doing like an I'm a little teapot
an Adolf
stance. So if you sort of imagine one arm was 90-degree bent hand upwards and the other arm was behind the back, not doing what Adam was suggesting or getting round to suggesting.
Weirdly, I meant to say Elon. But...
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.